Volkswagen recently published a statement in which it hinted that the next-generation T-Roc, which would be built by the firm until the end of its existence, will be equipped with a combustion engine. Volkswagen's plans to build the T-Roc till the end of its existence are not yet known. The statement coming from Volkswagen was made public. Volkswagen's production line that is now in operation is being used to construct the Volkswagen T-Roc in a continuous manner. Volkswagen has declared that this will be the case going forward, and they have also announced that this will continue to be the case. The announcement that they made can be found here. It has been made quite apparent by Volkswagen that they want to continue to adhere to this strategy moving ahead. In the month of April, when it was made available to the general public for the very first time, this information was made available to the general public. It is believed that the revolutionary crossover will make its appearance at any point between the years 2025 and 2026. With the possibility that it might possibly make its premiere in 2026, there is a significant likelihood that this will be the force that is responsible for bringing about the event. The current trends that have been identified served as the source of inspiration for these estimations, which were built based on those patterns. In the present moment, the production facility that is situated in Wolfsburg is responsible for the manufacturing of the crossover. The crossover was fabricated at this plant, which is responsible for its production. This particular establishment is providing a contribution to something within the framework of the producing process. Even though the 2026 T-Roc has not yet been completely removed from the assembly line, the first spy images of the car have already been made available for public consumption. These photographs were taken by a mystery photographer. Presented. Here are pictures that depict the automobile in its current condition. It has been determined that this conclusion is correct, despite the fact that the automobile has not yet been put into production. It has been very clear that this issue exists, despite the fact that the automobile has not yet been totally removed off the line. Regardless of this reality, the problem has shown itself to be evident. The subsequent iteration of the T-Roc was subjected to its preliminary testing in southern Europe, which is also the location where these sequence of photographs were obtained prior to the preliminary testing being carried out. The images in question were taken prior to the T-Roc being subjected to its preliminary testing, which is the time period in which they were taken. The vehicle has been subjected to a variety of structural alterations, as well as the incorporation of larger tire wells, which have resulted in the vehicle's appearance being altered to match that of a modified Golf MK8. As a consequence of these modifications, the appearance of the vehicle has begun to approximate that of a modified Golf MK8, a direct consequence of the introduction of the vehicle, which served as the impetus for the change. This modification came about as a direct consequence of the advent of the automobile. In addition, there is a photograph that was shot inside the vehicle, and it is hazy, and it shows the dashboard in its first configuration. Inside the van is where this photograph was taken. During the time when this photograph was taken, it was taken inside the vehicle. This particular design had a sizable cover that offered the purpose of serving the objective of concealing the gauges that were positioned on the center instrument panel. The gauges were intended to be hidden from view, in spite of the fact that the T-Roc was the most popular automobile in Europe in the previous year. It is extremely unlikely that Volkswagen would decide to manufacture an electric version of the T-Roc. In spite of the fact that Volkswagen was traditionally the most popular automobile brand in Europe, this is the current situation. Volkswagen is expected to make a choice about the manufacturing of an electric variant of the T-Roc, and this decision is already being anticipated. This allegation is supported by a substantial amount of evidence, which demonstrates that it is accurate. That the T-Roc was the most popular automobile purchased in Europe is a truth that cannot be denied. At the beginning of this year, one of the executives made a statement that claimed, "We will not leave this market segment." This statement was made in a comment. The comment in question was made during an interview with AutoCars, which was conducted by AutoCars. This observation is made due to the fact that the current T-Roc, which is fitted with an internal combustion engine, is one of the most well-liked autos that the firm creates with the purpose of selling it. This remark is made for the reason That this is the case, this remark was prompted by the awareness that this is the circumstance which was the driving force behind its creation.